What's up, guys? As you can see, this is my Christmas tournament bracket. As you can see, the last video, the last day I filmed, the Cowboys beat the Packers 39-35. Then the Buccaneers beat the Eagles 45-30. And then the Patriots beat the Ravens 33-27. So at the White House screwed something up, but like I said, the Patriots beat the Ravens 33-27, and then the Bills beat the Bengals 30-28. Close game. So now the Final Four here in my Christmas tournament here in 2021 is the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the NFC Championship game, which is the day I'm playing, broadcasting, and filming in this video. And then in the NFC Championship game, it's the Patriots and the Bills. So there's a possibility Tom Brady might be playing his former team and his former coach. Never know. It could happen. I'm not sure what the percentage of that happening is, but it's there. It's a possibility. Enjoy the Cowboys and the Buccaneers. Welcome to episode number 5 of this Madden 22 Playing Out series. And today, I'm going to be playing a Christmas tournament game. Here in my Christmas tournament here in 2021, it's the NFC Championship game. It's the NFC Championship game, like, well, you already, in the previous clip, that was the first minute of the video or whatever. Oh well. You saw the Christmas tournament bracket, and obviously you saw these two teams, Cowboys and the Buccaneers, were the two teams in the NFC Championship game. And the winner of this game will play the New England Patriots, Tom Brady's former team, or the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. So I did a coin toss. If it was to determine the home team. If it was heads, the Cowboys will be the home team. If it's tails, the Buccaneers will be the home team. And obviously it's heads because the Cowboys are the home team. The Super Bowl, by the way, obviously I'll switch the event type to Super Bowl when I get to the Super Bowl of my Christmas tournament, which will be the next video, or not the next video on this channel, but it'll be the next episode of this Madden 22 Playing Out series. Will be the Super Bowl of my Christmas tournament. I'll be playing the AFC Championship game off camera, which, like I said, it's Patriots and the Bills. And I'm not sure when this video is going up, but the Super Bowl of my Christmas tournament should go up on New Year's Day. It should right now. It should go up on New Year's Day. I'm not exactly sure when this video is going to go up, but the Super Bowl of my Christmas tournament should go up on New Year's Day. So, which is January 1st, obviously. So yeah, Buccaneers are 93 overall. The Cowboys are 85 overall. So yeah, if the Buccaneers did want to be an upset, but it wouldn't be as bit of an upset if it was in Tampa, but it's in Dallas. So although there's an 8 overall point difference between the two teams, the game's in Dallas. Obviously, Dallas, the first two games, the Cowboys' first two games were at home. They beat the Saints 41-40 in Dallas, and they beat the Packers 39-35 in Dallas. So yeah, they're 2-0 here in the Christmas tournament, obviously, because once you lose, you're out. And then, but both of them were at home. But the Buccaneers, their first game was in LA. They beat the Rams 50-28. Their second game was against the Eagles at home. No, I think it was at home. Yeah, it was at home. And they beat the Eagles 45-30. So it's like, they scored a lot of points. So, like I said, they beat the Rams 50-28 in LA, and then they beat the Eagles 45-30 in Tampa. And now, obviously, the Buccaneers at Cowboys. Winner will move on to the Super Bowl of Vinny's Christmas tournament, where they'll play the New England Patriots or the Buffalo Bills. And the Buffalo Bills were in the Super Bowl of my Christmas tournament last year, where they lost to the Buffalo Bills were in the Super Bowl of my Christmas tournament last year, where they lost to Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers 45-42. And the Packers won the Super Bowl thanks to Mason Crosby game-winning field goal as time expired, and the Packers won the game, like I said, 45-42. So the Bills would get to the Super Bowl in the Christmas tournament for the second straight year. And for these two teams, I don't think either of them have been there. The last year, I said was Green Bay and Buffalo. And this year, well, could be Buffalo again, but also it could be New England, and in this game, it could be Tampa or Dallas. So yeah, let's get into the game right now. Still over both teams is rookie, and the play call for both teams is hands. Let's get into it. So for the Super Bowl, which is in LA at SoFi Stadium, home of the Chargers and the Rams, see this event type. You can switch it to see. There's exhibition, which that's what it's on for each of these Christmas tournament games, except for the Super Bowl. There's exhibition, quick presentation, and then Super Bowl. That's the one I will turn it. That's the event type I'll switch it to when we get to the Super Bowl in my Christmas tournament, which, like I said, will be the next Playing Out episode, which will most likely go up on New Year's Day. So yeah, game style, simulation, event type, exhibition, quarter length 6 minutes, time 1 p.m. Stadium, Cowboys with the roof open, the AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Buccaneers Cowboys winner will go to the Super Bowl of any Christmas tournaments where they'll play the New England Patriots, Tom Brady's former team, or the Buffalo Bills. Let's get into it right now. And the Cowboys are the Cowboys are the red controller, and the Buccaneers are the blue controller. There's Adams, Devontae Adams. Huge game here. It's not Fletcher Cox, that's for sure. Good afternoon, everyone watching at home. We're here at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Buccaneers, Cowboys. The trip to the Super Bowl is on the line. The winner will play the Patriots or the Bills in the Super Bowl, and the loser will go home. It's a rematch of the season opener game here in real life. The season opener game, the Thursday Night Football game in Week 1 was the Buccaneers and the Cowboys, but the game was in Tampa. This game's in Dallas or in Arlington at AT&T Stadium. It looks like the Cowboys at the ball first. Setup puts the ball, or it's actually Kenyon, their punter, will tip it off. When it's 6 miles per hour blowing basically with this kit, so don't keep that in mind. Pollard is back for Dallas. There's a tip by Pinion from his own 35-yard line, and we're on your way here at AT&T Stadium. Here's a return by Pollard, the center running back from the end zone, and he's up to their own 28-yard line, 4 seconds into the game, and that's where the Cowboys will start the first drive of the game. And here comes Dak Prescott in the Dallas, offense. I've said that injury in week 5, I think, if I remember right, against the Giants, right here on this field. So then the Cowboys finished in 6-10, and now this year, well, they're 11-4, I think. And now they play and now going for the 1 seed, final with the Green Bay Packers. Here's a snap. Prescott will throw it in stride. It's Cooper, but there's a guy right there, and he got 9, setting down in 1. They start. Obviously, this Buccaneers team has Villavea, that nose tackle, who's like literally 350 pounds or something. Here's a run by Elliott. Elliott, space, a bunker in front. Oh, trying to spin around that guy, could not. But that's still 18 yards for Elliott on his first rushing, or his first run. It's 18 yards, first down, Dallas. Here's a snap in the pocket. And now, Cooper, I think he's open. He is! Down the sideline, he's down to the 7. And T. Smith, an offensive lineman, number 77, there is injured for Dallas. No score, we'll be back. They saw on the sideline that guy that got injured. Here we go. And he was wide open there. Now first and 0 from the 7. Just over a minute into the football game. Here's a snap. Prescott to the end zone, and it's broken up. Send it down, and that guy had a shoulder strain. Okay. I'll keep him out for now, I guess. Good coverage on Cooper. Send it over the 7 from the left hash. There's a snap. It's a halfback toss to the right. Elliott is down to the 3. 4 yards. It's now 3rd and 0 from the 3. Gotta punch it in though. It is this kind of game where, I mean, there's a trip to the Super Bowl on the line here. Here's a snap. Play action. And as soon as he threw, there might have been a guy open and back to the end zone, but he threw it right into the ground because there's pressure. Now it's 4th down and goal, and they're on Mike McCarthy, the former Green Bay Panthers coach, will send out Greg Zuerlein. Did them on the board first, 20 yards from the right hash. This is shorter than an extra point here. 20 yards from the right hash, hit the Cowboys on the board first. And the kick is right down the middle. It's basically a chip shot. It's a distance of an extra point in college. And it's right down the middle. And the Cowboys strike first here in the NFC Championship game, although in this game it doesn't recognize it's the NFC Championship game, but it's the NFC Championship game and Vinny's Christmas tournament, although, like I said, the game doesn't recognize it's the NFC Championship game. But either way, here's the kick by Zuerlein after making the 20-yard field goal. So did job by the Buccaneers defense to stiffen up inside, or did job by the defense for the Buccaneers to stiffen up, and that's a touchback. Did job of stiffening up. And Tom Brady and the Buccaneers offense as it starts the first shot at their own 25-yard line. 40 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and threw 4,600 yards last year. Obviously, they won the Super Bowl last year. Trying to get there in Vinny's Christmas tournament, he can if they win the game. And there's a possibility they win this game. They win this game, then there's a 50% chance that he'll play his former team in the Super Bowl. And like I said, the job by the Buccaneers defense to stiffen by the goal line. The force, or the hold down to 3. Here we go. Now it's Mike Evans, who's really good. And he's the former Dallas Cowboy, I believe. He used to be a Cowboy. 13 yards, first down, Tampa. Remember they have Gronk, Antonio Brown. And he's going to throw it wide open as Gronkowski. And Gronkowski's bowling people over. And 2 plays already to the Dallas 41-yard line. First down, Buccaneers. So, 21 yards for Gronk. And on David to Jones. Jones, plenty of space. And he cuts it outside at the 20. It's a foot race. And he breaks a tackle. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a run by Jones. 11 yards after contact, 41 yards total. And it's first and over Tampa at the 1-yard line of Dallas. He almost got there. Didn't, but he's a yard away. And the Buccaneers are a yard away from getting in the end zone. First and over on the 1. Jones to the right of Brady in the backfield. On David to Jones. Up the gut. He's untouched into the end zone. Touchdown Buccaneers. And that's hitting their first lead of the game. Cowboys down a field goal. Buccaneers did a touchdown. And only 6-3 here in the first quarter here on the road. Yeah, 41 yards for Jones rushing. 41-yard rushing play for Jones, and then he ran it down. That's what 7-3 Buccaneers. 2:22 to go in the first quarter. 76 yards in just over a minute. A minute and 40 seconds, and it was only 4 plays. So 7-3 Buccaneers. 2:22 to go in the first quarter. Here's a tip, my opinion. And Pollard's back to return the first one. He's going to return this one. And he did it up. He almost broke that to the 30-yard line. 2:17 to play in the first quarter. 7-3 Buccaneers.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Their drive last time it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal. And the key phrase.
He didn't miss anything. It's mid-play right now. Prescott's rolling out here. Here we go. And here we go. He's going to launch it. Or not launch it, but throw it to Schultz, the tight end. Already up to the 50-yard line. 20 yards. First down, Dallas. This should be a shootout here. That's for sure. I mean, this is 2 high-powered offenses. Here's the snap. And now it's the offensive lineman who's eligible. And the big man, number 66, does get the catch. 7 down and 2. Halfback toss to the right. Cuts it back. First down. And he's going. He fumbled the ball. And the Buccaneers have it. Elliott dropped it. Elliott fumbled the ball and Dean recovered it. Dean and Edel down at a pit sits off. That was off camera. Elliott fumbled the ball, and I believe Jamal Dean Dante, like I said, pit sits in the Eagles game. And that's a turnover that, well, the Buccaneers really won it, and the Cowboys, well, really, you can't have that because, I mean, like, I'm just saying, could be a shootout, and if it is, I mean, I'm just saying, obviously, like I said, the Buccaneers did the ball for us, I remember that. Here we go, here's Brady. Brady, launching it, downfield! And whoa, not out of the hands of the number 80, almost was intercepted. It hit the chest of the defender. Could have been intercepted if he was looking for it. Send it down. Here's the snap. And he's going to throw that, and it's caught by Brown. He only got a yard. Now it's 3rd down and 9. And this defense, well, needs to get a stop here because, I mean, it's 3rd down and 9. Only got a yard on that. Here we go. Here's the snap. Play action. Brady. Wide open is Mike Evans. And he's down at the Dallas 39-yard line. Antonio Brown is hurt. I'm not sure why. It might be like muscle cramps or something. We'll be back here in Arlington, 7-3 Tampa. And Brown's still on the sideline, but Evans was wide open. Here's the snap. And he's going to throw it into the coverage. But it's knocked out of the hands of number 80. Send it down. 23 seconds to play. And yeah, what's a hit pointer? I have literally no idea, but it says the re-injury risk is high, so I'm going to leave him out for now. Here's a snap. Brady. Brady got it away to number 18 in the spot of Antonio Brown. And he's down to the 15, or the 18 of Dallas. 15 yards after the catch. First down. That's Johnson. First down, Buccaneers. And in the first quarter, the score is 7-3 Buccaneers here in Dallas. Or here in Arlington. Now going the other way, remember that. There's Jones outside a 41-yard rush earlier. Here he goes! And Jones is in the end zone again! He has both TDs for the Buccaneers. And they lead 13-3 here in the second quarter. As they lead by 10, 4 seconds into the second quarter. He has both touchdowns for Tampa. Both on the ground. And the extra point by side up is right down the middle. 14-3 Buccaneers. 4 seconds into the second quarter. And remember, it's 6-minute quarters. And this crowd is silent. Their team's down by 11. Obviously, it's still second quarter, still plenty of time. Here's Pinion. And Baptist Pollard's on return for a 3rd time. He's had some good returns so far. And this time, he almost broke that to the 32-yard line. 5:51 to go in the first half. 14-3 Buccaneers. Cowboys have the ball now. But remember, the Buccaneers did the ball for the Buccaneers did the ball for halftime. Yeah, because then I turned it into 6, the Buccaneers did. Here we go. And he's going to throw it on the run. And Schultz has got it. First down and out of bounds at their own 45-yard line. I'm just seeing he had a speed in. This is I can't even no, there's nothing to challenge. So I can't even challenge it. Never mind. I didn't say I wouldn't challenge, but I was only watch the replay to see if I wanted to challenge, but said there's nothing to challenge. So. Here's the snap. And he's going to throw it in the coverage. What a catch by Amari Cooper. In the double coverage, he caught it. First down. Heck of a catch by... That's an Aaron Rodgers throw right there by Prescott. What a catch by Cooper. Here we go. He's going to launch it, and it's incomplete to C.D. Lamb. Here's a run by Elliott trying to have success that Jones did. And he's having some success. And he's standing on his feet. It's a touchdown. He has 455 yards. Down to the 10. First and goal Dallas. 12 yards after contact. And he fumbled it once too, remember that. Halfback jumps to the right. That's how he fumbled earlier. Down and outside. No, don't do it. Touchdown Dallas. And they're back in it. And the Dallas Cowboys respond with the Buccaneers touchdown with a touchdown of their own, and they're within 5, and it'll be 4 if Zerline can hit the football through the post or the uprights, and he does. 14-10 Buccaneers, 4:19 to play in the first half. They drove 69 yards in 5 plays, and it lasted 92 seconds. $14-10 Buccaneers with the ball now. 4:19 to play in the first half. And remember, they did the ball after halftime. There's a tip by Zerline. Now, that is number 1, which I believe is McKenzie or someone. He's going to return his first return. And he's going to get up to their own 25 line, right where it would have needed. 4:19 or 4:16 to play in the first half. 14-10 Buccaneers. And give it to his running back. That's a Le'Veon Bell. It's on be a free agency. I don't know when, but at some point. Got 3 yards, sent down. Play action. And he's going to throw it. The Grunt. He's open. He's got it. Gronkowski, first down, Buccaneers. 29-yard reception for Grunt. He was hit as he threw it then, but it's still down at the Grunt. 2 receptions, 50 yards for Grunt. And he's going to give it to Bell again. And Bell is only got 2. Here's a snap, play action. And he's going to throw it. Oh my word. The guy dropped the interception. That didn't a turning point. They got that turnover right back. But it wasn't meant to be. It's 3rd down now and down in their field goal range. Here we go, play action. And he's going to throw it. Evans! And he's got it! And he jumped up the did it. He got it and held on to it. 3rd reception for him. He has 3 receptions, 61 yards, first down, Buccaneers. Here's a snap. There's Tom Brady. Tom Brady to his tight end Gronkowski, and he's down to the 6. 1st and goal, 2:08 to play. I thought that was a 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. 14-10 Buccaneers, and the Buccaneers have 1st and goal at the Dallas 6-yard line. And remember, the Buccaneers did the ball after halftime. There's a snap. Brady looking for someone. He's rolling out. And he's going to run for it. Can he get in? Brady with a rush to TD. And the Buccaneers lead by 10. TB 12. Sultan rush it in. Or Sultan running in for a touchdown. Rushing TD for TB 12. And the Buccaneers lead by 10. Surprise. Tom Brady, although he's, 44 years old or whatever, Sultan running in for a touchdown, and he still can, and he still did. 20-10 Buccaneers. Rushing TD for TB12, and the Buccaneers lead by 10. And the extra point is right down the middle for suck up. 21-10 Buccaneers. 151 they go in the first half. And remember the Buccaneers did the ball after halftime. Buccaneers have 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. Cowboys have 3 drives. They have a field goal, a touchdown, and a fumble. Or a field goal, a fumble, and a touchdown. That is Pollard. And he'll return this one. Trying to spark something, and he got up to the 24-yard line. 1:48 to play in the first half. Cowboys down by 11. You got at least hit a field goal. any story would make it a one-score game. You at least gotta get something here. You still have a minute 48 to do that. All 3 timeouts. There's a snap. Prescott. Prescott! And the coverage! And Cooper did not hang on to that one. Send it down. All 3 touchdowns. Oh no. All 3 touchdowns in this game. All 4 touchdowns in this game. 3 by the Buccaneers and 1 by the Cowboys. All been rushing. Jones has 2 rushing touchdowns. Elliott obviously has 1. And now TB12 has 1. Here's the snap. And now! Launch it to Cooper! Or to Lamb, rather! And that's incomplete. And now, I mean, literally... And now it's 3rd down, and this is a huge play. As you remember, the Buccaneers did the ball after halftime. And now, he's going to throw it! And it's caught by Lamb! What a catch! He did catch that. That was then he dropped it. What a catch, though, to keep the drive alive. Prescott now will roll out, and it's caught by Cooper, and he will go out of bounds at the Buccaneers 37-yard line, 70 or 66 seconds to play in the first half. There we go, a little, he got it away. What a throw, but Cooper just dropped it. My goodness. He didn't miss anything. Here we go. 1 minute to play. And he's gonna, it's a lob throw, and that's dropped by, I believe, Michael Gallup. Number 13. Now it's 3rd down. And you gotta make sure you stay in field goal range here, because you're on the outskirts of field goal range. 57 seconds to play. You might give TB12 a chance if you don't get the first down. Throw! Lamb's got it! Down to the 15 of the Buccaneers. Timeout number 1 used for the Cowboys. 50 seconds to play in the first half. Here's a snap. Play action! And he throws it, and as soon as he threw it, it landed right in front of whoever he was throwing it to. Send it down now. There's the snap. And he lost the ball! And the Buccaneers do have it! The Buccaneers have it! My goodness! Prescott lost the ball! And they lose another fumble. Elliott fumbled the ball earlier and lost it. Now Prescott lost the football. Or fumbled the football and lost it. Looked like the Buccaneers were done and did it. Then the Cowboys looked like they were done and did it. But eventually the Buccaneers did it. And that's a heartbreaker. A heartbreaker for the Cowboys. But now the Buccaneers have it. And they're still up by 11. And they did the ball after halftime. My goodness. And now the Buccaneers have a chance at their own 30-yard line. Try to get something. And remember they did the ball after halftime. They really to put the game away here, and they're running the ball. And now I'll call a timeout. They're first. I mean, even if they did a field goal, they'll be up by 14 points, and they did the ball after halftime. The difference in the stand obviously is 11 points, and also it's those 2 fumbles. The fumble by Elliott that he lost, and then the fumble by Prescott, which just happened that he lost. Here's a snap. And he's going to throw it. Evans is wide open. There's no pressure on TB12, timeout number 2 used by the Buccaneers, 26 seconds to play, and they're at the Dallas 43-yard line. And this defense doesn't have an answer for this offense, which I believe has, 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. And Brady's in the zone now, and they have the ball now. Buccaneers do it, and like I said, the ball for halftime. Here's a snap. And he's going to throw it, and that ball is caught. But and that's Johnson, Tanner, Brown, and Buccaneers at the call a 3rd and final timeout. So you got down to bounds here. You're not in field goal range yet. It's 2nd and 11. You lost a yard on that. Got down to bounds here, or if you don't, you got to go and spike it. It's 2nd down. And now Brady is sacked by Bendrich. They're hurrying up here, and the Buccaneers run out of time. They had no timeouts. Good play on his defense. Finally did the TB12, and the Buccaneers do not score. but they just ball after halftime, and they're up by 11 here at halftime. And let's answer Orlando and John Coachman for the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports halftime report.
The Buccaneers are averaging 11.9 yards per play. Cowboys 10.8. I don't know why it says the abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report twice. I'm not sure why it says that. Thank you, Coach. Buccaneers are up 21-10 to begin the second half, and the Buccaneers dooted the ball to start the second half. Did job by the defense after the Prescott lost a fumble to at least hold them to nothing and stop them. But unfortunately, the Buccaneers did the ball to the second half. It's up by 11. Touchdown will make it a 3-score game. Here we go. Here's a return, and he's up to the 22-yard line. That's where the Buccaneers will start their first drive of the second half. Eric Dunn's Brady in the offense. Up by 11 as we begin the second half. There's a snap. Jones, who's been dominating, only got 3 there. He has 5 rushes, 66 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He has both, well, 2 of the touchdowns, and then TB12 had the third one, rushing-wise. Here's a snap. And now, Evans is wide open. I mean, they can't stop Evans, and they're up to their own 48-yard line, first down, Buccaneers. Here's a snap. And now Johnson in stride. Or as Antonio Brown, he's bad in the game. So it's going to happen. He's over 200 yards. Brady is. No touchdowns, but obviously he has a rushing touchdown, and then Jones is the other 2 on the ground. You do hear a little bit of a vacuum noise. My mom's vacuuming. She got a new vacuum for Christmas, so that's why I had the door open. Now it's closed because you don't want to hear that. Here's Jones, and she closed it. Here's Jones. I thought he was going to break it for more, but he got 8. I mean, he's been terrific, and this defense has no answer for Mike Evans, first of all, and for this offense, and for this running game. There's obviously TB12 with a rushing touchdown. Jones is the other 2 on the ground. No, Brady is sacked by Manuresh again. He has 2 sacks and 2 tackles. 3rd and 11. 2 sacks for the Buccaneers, 2 sacks for the Cowboys, 1 for the Buccaneers. Now it's 3rd and 11 from the 40, and they're on be a long field goal from here, downstand field goal range. And for the Buccaneers, there'll be like a 56, 57-yard field goal from here. You're at the 3rd and 11 from the Buccaneers 40. Here's a snap. And now he's going to throw it up to Evans. He's got it! Evans! Again! He's in the zone. 1st and 10 Buccaneers at the 15 of the Dallas Cowboys. My goodness. This defense cannot stop its running game of Jones, and it has Brady, because Brady has a rushing touchdown, and the catching of Mike Evans. My goodness, he's mossing everyone. And here's Braun. Dangerous throw is in Braun is in between 3 defenders. This still catch it. And Brady only has 3 incomplete passes. That just says something. No touchdowns. Obviously, he has a rushing touchdown. And then Jones is the other 2. Here we go. From the 12, touchdown made it a 3-score game. And remember, there's 2 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. And then all this slot down. Evans! End zone! Oh my goodness, it was almost picked off. He wasn't looking, and then it hit 2 defenders. She's right outside the door. That's why you might hear it loud. So sorry about that. Don't blame me. She's doing crazy with the vacuum. Sorry. She's literally right outside the door. 3rd and 7 now. Got a home to a field goal if you're if you're the Cowboys. Then you'll only be down by 2 scores, not 3. They score TD. Here we go. Plenty of time. Brady has all time in the world. We'll throw it, and it's caught. What a play by Brady. No pressure by the Cowboys defensive line. And eventually Brady rolled out left and threw it to number 80 for a touchdown. And the Buccaneers lead by 17. I mean, literally, they drive right on the field. Drive that lasted 4 minutes exactly. And they drove, 8 yards in 4 minutes. It's a long drive, especially on 6-minute quarters. And now they lead by 18, 28-10 Buccaneers. 9 plays, 77 yards, 3 minutes and 57 seconds. That does beat us the tip-off. Either way, almost at 4 minutes off the clock, or it did, including the tip-off. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, and the Cowboys are down by 18. This place is silent right now. My goodness. I mean, they fumbled it twice. Prescott fumbled, or Elliott fumbled, then Prescott fumbled. And now their team down by 18 with only 8 minutes to go in the game. They're down by 18. Here's Pollard. They need to score quick before the fourth quarter starts, out in my opinion. And then they need to stop, but they really can't stop the Buccaneers. They have, 5 drives, 4 touchdowns. Drive in to score a touchdown was the one at the end of the first half. But either way, I mean, they're just dominant. I mean, not saying the Cowboys aren't dominant, but it's that, I mean, two fumble losses. Elliott fumbled, and then Prescott fumbled. Here we go, PA slide. And here's a throw, and it's incomplete. And remember, if you remember right, the Cowboys were down 21-3 against the Panthers in the Cowboys Senate round game in Vinny's Christmas tournament, which I filmed, which is the last episode of my Madden 22 Playing Out series. Should be not in the top right corner. There should be on time. It pops up at the beginning of the video. They were down 21-3, and they came out to win 39-35. So never say never, but there's only a quarter and change to go. Here's a throw, and it's dropped. And now it's third down. My goodness, This is it from bad to worse, and you don't get it, you might go for it, because remember, there's not that much time left. Here we go! Here's a throw! Cooper! And knocked out of his hands. Prescott 9 for 21 or 73 yards, and you punt it? I mean, you punt it, but then, you're still on by 3 scores, and there's only a quarter and change to go. They're not going to punt it, although they're down by 3 scores, because if you go for it and give them the ball at your own 28-yard line, that could be bad, but you gotta see if you can force a turnover. But also Brady knows that, his team's up by 3 scores, and his team's up by 3 scores, and they're a quarter and change away from the Super Bowl. Here's the return, and they're up to their own 39-yard line. Minute 35 they go in the third quarter. The Buccaneers already lead by 18, and a touchdown. I believe will make it a 4-score game. And at the end of the score touchdown, that'll be your dagger. And even if they don't score and say just a field goal, if it hit 3 minutes off the clock, that could be your dagger as well. And now Brady is sacked by Gregory off, or whoever the heck that is. Huge play on his defense, sending down in 16. And Prescott, or not Prescott, but McCarthy's like, 1 minute to go in the third quarter, or 1:05. Set in 16. In motion is Jones. Here's a snap. And now he's going to launch it down the field. Jones and broken up by Trayvon did. That's his name. Now it's third down, 16. 54 seconds to go in the quarter, and this is a huge play for the Dallas Cowboys because if they can force a punt or force a 3-and-out and a punt, I mean, just saying, that'll be a huge play. Here we go, third and 16. And now Evans, and he's got it, and he breaks a tackle. He's at the 20, the 10, the 5, and he's in to the end zone. Touchdown Buccaneers! Unbelievable! And they're up 34-10. And that could be your dagger, although it's still the third quarter, but they're up by 24. Which is 3 scores, but they're with an extra point in a 4-score lead. He made the catch, broke, 2 tackles, because there was 2 defenders there. And they're up by 24, which is 3 scores. And now they're up by 25, which is 4 scores. 35-10 Buccaneers. As they're up by 25, which is 4 scores. 43 seconds to go in the third quarter. Unbelievable. As this place, you might see some of the fans heading to the exits already. But if not, they're definitely silent here at AT&T Stadium. As the Buccaneers, it's not over yet. But it's a 4-score game with just over a quarter to play. Here's Pollard. And that will be just up to the 25-yard line. 40 seconds to play in the third quarter. His team's down by 25. They got a field goal on the first drive, and they got a touchdown on the drive, but then they punted. They lost 2 fumbles. It's just been bad. Wide open is 84, and he's up to their own 44-yard line. Prescott's gonna hurry up this team, try to at least one more play in here in the third quarter. His Team's down by 4 scores. Never say never, though. It's not over until it's over. Here's Cooper. And broken up. 13 seconds to play. And frustration building on that sideline. There's a snap. And now he's going to launch it. And it's caught. Good catch down in the 27 of the Buccaneers. We entered the fourth quarter with the Buccaneers up by 25. That third quarter, the Buccaneers only outscored the Cowboys 14-0. But, I mean, they were already up by 11. Now they're up by 25. First and 10 from the 27. It's going to take a miracle because you're down by 4 scores. Here's a snap in the pocket. And he's going to throw it, and it's caught by Lamb at the 6. Or he's down to the 6. They're hurried up. And now they're doing it to Elliott. Elliott's down to the 2. Now hurry it up here. And Elliott, or not the Elliott, throw by Prescott. Wide open is number 84. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. Sean Matee, I think he's a signature tight end or something. He's into the end zone, and the Cowboys are in the end zone for the first time since the first half. And there's the extra point by Zerline that made it a 18-point game, I think, right? And extra point is good, and it's now 35-17, but the Buccaneers still lead by 18, which is still 3 scores. And I'm not on it yet, but they're still on by 3 scores. You need a 3 and out here, but you know Brady, I mean, not saying not throw the ball, but if you run the ball, it's not to keep going as long as you don't go out of bounds. 5:19 to play. Buccaneers with the ball bat down, or the Buccaneers with the ball bat up 18, which is still 3 scores. There's only 5:19 to play. Here we go. Here's Jones. Jones is a flag down. And I wanted to call from the referee. And they got him on the face mask, and everything's going wrong now for Dallas. That was DeMarcus Lawrence. And obviously it's a 15-yard face mask. They'll accept it. And it's up to their own 42-yard line, and that is unfortunate. And really, you can't have that because, I mean, that was only like a 3-yard gain. Instead, they did 15 yards because of the face mask. And this is going from bad to worse because they're up to their own 42-yard line. Here's a snap. Play action. And open is Evans. And no, he was open, but incomplete. 5:05 to play, send it down. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I would run the ball, because then you might have to force down smaller times. It's 3 scores, and there's only 5:05 to play. And let's say he took my advice. Jones is bottled up. It's 3rd and 9 now. And you don't really want to give this ball back because obviously that's first down into the face mask. 5 for 5 on 3rd down. In motion is Jones. Here's a snap, Brady. Here's Antonio around 1st down. He stays in bounds. And he's down to the Cowboys 38-yard line. 4:20 to play. That could be it. Because if they got the ball back, you never know. They could. I mean, it has been dominant. 4 minutes to go, and unless there's some turnover here, but Brady knows that, well. Hold on to the ball. It's a baby, and Brady broke a sack, shut it downfield, and it's caught! What a play! Evans! As Brady broke the tackle on the sack attempt, he was hit, stayed upright as he broke out of the sack and broke the tackle of the guy who was trying to sack him, of the Cowboys player who was trying to sack him. And then he shut it downfield to Evans, and he got it. And that is your dagger, most likely, because it's now 41-17 with only 3:51 to play. And the Buccaneers, well, they're 3 minutes and 51 seconds away from going to the Super Bowl. My goodness. Obviously, in real life, they went to the Super Bowl 55, and now they'll be doing the Super Bowl as 56 in Vinny's Christmas tournaments. But my goodness. Brady broke the tackle on the Cowboys player who was trying to sack him, and then shut it downfield to Evans. Now it's 42-17. And some of the fans are probably heading to the exits. And you already can kind of see the crowd is leaving. But even if they're not leaving, some are staying, but they're dead silent. They're just shocked. I mean, the Buccaneers on the road are blowing out the Cowboys 42-17. Unbelievable. I mean, just unbelievable. Here's the snap. And now Cooper, or Lamb rather, first down and more. But at this point, his defense is just not really trying because, I mean, there's under 4 minutes to play and around by 4 scores. Or the other team is. And that ball is caught by number 84 at the last touchdown out of bounds at the Buccaneers 34-yard line, 3:17 to play. There's the snap. And here we go, thrown to the sideline, and what a catch! No, he dropped it. Cooper had it, but then when he hit the ground, or it was on top of the defender rather, he dropped the ball, sent it down. Here's the snap. And now he's shutting it to the end zone, and it was a good play. And he's looking for a flat C9, it's now 3rd down. Wide open is number 87. I think he's in bounds. He has 3 minutes to down. Now it's 4th down. And they're probably not going to go for it here. No reason not to, and they are going for it. Here's the snap. Here we go, shutting it. Cooper! Oh, and he had it, but knocked out of his hands. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. Buccaneers will take over at their 29-yard line. And this game's going to be over. I mean, I think it was a dagger a long time ago. And here's Jones up the middle. And he's up to the 32-yard line. 9 rushes, 80 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Jones. There's a snap. And throw over the middle. Evans is still open. And he's just completely unstoppable. Up to the Cowboys' 47-yard line. 391 yards and, what, 2 touchdowns for Brady? That's going to take us to a 2-minute warning. The offense is pumped up. The team is pumped up. 2-minute warning here in Dallas, or here in Arlington. Not the Packers. The Buccaneers are well on their way to victory. They're up 42-17 over the Cowboys here in Arlington at the 2-minute warning. I mean, this is the Buccaneers' first game where they beat the Rams 50-28. I just need to call it a blowout because they beat them by 22, but you know. And it's staying as well. 42-17. Evans is unstoppable. I mean, just. And here we go. He's going to throw it. It's caught by number 80. First down at the 37. 402 yards and 3 touchdowns for Brady and only 6 incompletions. That's Howard. And 4 yards for Jones. No timeouts for the Cowboys, but now this game's over. Buccaneers will be playing the Patriots, which is Tom Brady's former team, or the Bills in the Super Bowl Vintage Christmas Tournament. Heck of a game. Heck of a game. Here's a throw, and that ball is caught. 3rd and 1 now. Under 1 minute to play. Here's a snap. And now he's going to launch it. And that ball is picked off. So, and that will be a pick off. And that was by Curse. And now the fans are hyped, but this game's already over. I mean, finally for a win for the defense. I mean, I'm just saying that it was if Brady threw if he didn't throw a lob pass and he threw a bullet pass, that wasn't going to be an interception if he threw a bullet pass. But he threw a lob pass, it was picked off. But, I mean, this game's already over. There's a snap. And now he'll chuck it up. That ball is dropped by Lamb. Game's going south. I mean, obviously, this game's already over. Cowboys, obviously, they beat the Saints 41-40 on a game-winning field goal by Greg Zerline last time expired. Then they beat Aaron Rodgers and the Panthers, reigning MVP. Aaron Rodgers was. They beat him 39-35 after being down 21-3. Obviously, in this game, they were down here as well, but unfortunately, they cannot come back in this game, and they'll lose it. Obviously, still some time left. 30 seconds. Throw! Caught by Lamb. And the Cowboys just calling timeout, trying to get one more drive for pride before their Christmas tournament is over, because obviously it'll be over once the clock hits 0, which it will hit in 25 seconds. There's 25 seconds to play. Lamb has 5 receptions, 121 yards, but his team's down by a boatload. Here's a throw. He's just throwing it up, and that ball is picked off. And that is officially going to end this game. Whitehead was an interception and 4 tackles, and that was your dadder a long time ago. But I'm going to say it officially now. That is your dadder. It was a dadder a long time ago. And you're going to see probably a knee here. Obviously, Brady has 3 touchdowns. There's that interception on the last drive, but it wouldn't have been if he threw a bullet pass, but he threw a lob pass. That's going to be it for the game. 1 kneel down. Wrong controller. And there's the kneel down. And the Buccaneers will win this game. I remember TB12 had a rushing touchdown earlier in the game. That's their game, and the Buccaneers are moving on to the Super Bowl at Vinny's Christmas Tournament, where they'll play the New England Patriots. They'll play the New England Patriots or the Buffalo Bills. And remember, the New England Patriots are Tom Brady's former team. And that is your game. Buccaneers win it 42-17 over the Cowboys here at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, and they're moving on to the Super Bowl. The Buccaneers are, and the Buccaneers are moving on to the Super Bowl and Vinny's Christmas Tournament, where they'll play the New England Patriots or the Buffalo Bills. And remember, like I said, the Patriots are Tom Brady's former team, which that would be a Super Bowl, which there's a 50% chance that could happen. That Brady will be playing his former team in Super Bowl at Vinny's Christmas Tournament. There's a 50% chance that that's going to happen now. It'll be the Buccaneers versus the Patriots or the Buccaneers versus the Bills. Head of the game, both teams scored a touchdown in that fourth quarter. Buccaneers still win 42-17, so they still won by a boatload. And there's a 50% chance that the Buccaneers will be playing, or there's a 50% chance that Tom Brady will be playing his former team, which is the New England Patriots. It'll be the Buccaneers versus the Patriots or the Buccaneers versus the Bills. And remember, the Bills went to the Super Bowl last year, so the Bills are trying to go to 2 straight Super Bowls in Vinny's Christmas Tournament. They went to the Super Bowl last year in Vinny's Christmas Tournament and lost to Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers 45-42. And now this year, the Bills, well, they can beat the Patriots and move on to the Super Bowl to play the Buccaneers. So in the Super Bowl of Vinny's Christmas Tournament, it will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the New England Patriots or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Buffalo Bills. Head of the game, Cowboys, like I said in the last game, the second round against Aaron Rodgers and the Panthers. They were down 21-3, ended up coming back to win 39-35. But in this game, well, they were down as well as their last game. Their last game against the Panthers, obviously they came back to win, like I said. They were on 21-3, came back to win 39-35. But this game, well, they were losing early and didn't come back to win, and they lose 42-17. Prescott still had 315 yards, 1 touchdown, 50% completion percentage. And then Brady, 75% completion percentage, 407 yards and 3 touchdowns. Prescott, then had an interception. Bob's team, Elliott fumbled the ball and lost it. Prescott fumbled the ball and lost it. Brady threw an interception at the end just because it wouldn't probably been an interception if I threw a bullet pass, but I didn't hit R1 hard enough, so I hit it too soft, so it was a lob pass and it was intercepted. But it led to an interception by the Buccaneers, and either way, even if the Cowboys went down and scored there, they were still going to lose. I mean, they still lost by what? 27, 37. They still lost by 25, I mean. Right? It is. Yeah, they still lost by 25, which is still 4 scores. Head of a game, Jones, 10 carries, 84 yards, and went 2 touchdowns. Remember, TB12, Tom Brady had a rushing touchdown. Mike Devin, 9 receptions, 258 yards. And then Antonio Brown, 4 receptions, 37 yards. Let's look at the stats even more here. I mean, QB rating, 79.9 for Prescott, 137.4 for Brady. Rushing, Jones 10 for 84, 2 touchdowns. Elliott 6 for 69 and 1 touchdown, but lost a fumble. Bell 2 for 5. Brady 2 for 5 and a touchdown. Receiving, let's just go to Buccaneers first, and then I'll show you the Cowboys and stuff. Mike Evans 9 for 258, 2 touchdowns. Brown 4 for 37. Gronkowski 4 for 69. Howard 3 for 23 and a touchdown. Johnson 2 for 20. And then for the Cowboys, oh geez, it's a lot of people. It still shows Lamb 5 for 121. Matino, a tight end, 4 for 61. I had the only passing touchdown for Prescott, or the only touchdown Prescott threw, but that's the only 2 touchdowns Cowboys did. Rushing touchdown by Elliott, and then a passing touchdown by Prescott, Matino, and then Cooper 4 for 88. Schultz 2 for 33. Sprinter 1 for 4. Vern 1 for 8, and then Dallas 0 for 0. He just dropped like a few passes. And then defense, well, I mean, Van Der Esch had 2 sacks, and then Nagoriev had 1 sack, and obviously Brady broke 1 sack. And that's real. And then the interception, I don't know who intercepted it. The interception was Curse. And then for the Buccaneers, Whitefield or Winfrey, I don't have any. White had an interception. Dean had a. Didn't he have fumble recovery? Maybe. They had 1 fumble recovery. And then Murphy and Bunnan forced a fumble, or one of them, and I thought there was wasn't there another fumble? Oh yeah, and then Winfrey had forced 1 fumble along with Murphy and Bunnan, and then Dean recovered 1, and then Murphy and Bunnan forced a fumble and recovered a fumble. I think it was a Prescott one where he sacked him, forced a fumble and recovered his own fumble. I think, or not his own fumble, but he sacked Prescott, strip sacked, and then got the ball. And then the stats, let me go back over here. Stats, I mean, there wasn't that many stats. I mean, there was only 1 sack on Prescott. It was a strip sack. So Murphy Bunnan had a strip sack, so he forced a fumble, and he recovered the fumble. So that was the only sack. Buccaneers only had 1 sack. It was a strip sack, but obviously they don't. They had the two fumbles. Elliott fumbled and lost it, and then Prescott fumbled and lost it. I mean, that of a game. I mean, Jones, at 10 carries, 84 yards, like I said, and then Evans 9 receptions, 258 yards. I mean, jeez. I mean, how many touchdowns did he have again? 2 touchdowns. It was just incredible. I mean, Evans is a good player. I mean, he was a former Dallas Cowboy. That was like 6 years ago, though. And then, so like I said, one of the 2 Super Bowl teams that have been figured out. It's the Buccaneers versus the Buccaneers are going to the Super Bowl and Vintage Christmas tournament as they eliminate the Cowboys, as they beat the Cowboys 42-17 here at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, in the NFC Championship game and Vintage Christmas tournament. And the Buccaneers are moving on to the Super Bowl Advantage Christmas Tournament, where they'll play the New England Patriots or the Buffalo Bills. And remember, the Patriots the Patriots is Tom Brady's former team. And I mean, people wanted that in real life, where it'd be cool if you saw Patriots Buccaneers Super Bowl, and there's 50% chance that's gonna happen here in my Christmas tournament. And by the way, if you do see a sign over there, it says eat. See. My mom put it there. She walked in when I was filming earlier. It says eat. Well, obviously you didn't read it, but it says eat, sleep, game, repeat. See? Eat, see? Eat, sleep, game, repeat. So that's what. So you can kind of see, like right here, you can kind of see the edge of it. I just wanted to show you that. I got that from my dad for Christmas. I didn't film it though on my Christmas vlog, which I have a vlog channel. It's called Vinny J. I did do a Christmas vlog. I just didn't film him opening it. So if you want to see my vlog channel, it'll be in the top right corner right up here, along with the last episode of this series, which was the Packers and Cowboys game. The next episode of this series, of my Madden 22 Playoff series, will be the Super Bowl Advantage Christmas tournaments, and it'll be, like I said, the Buccaneers versus the Patriots, or the Buccaneers versus the Bills. And you'll find out when I post that video. I'm not sure when this video is going up, but I know most likely the Super Bowl Advantage Christmas tournament, which will be the next episode of my Madden 22 Playoff series, will most likely go up on New Year's Day. Happy holidays, everyone. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, sounds most important. If you have subscribed, the like button, subscribe if you have any answer, mom, dad, grandma, aunts, uncles, pets, friends about these videos. And yeah, I'm going to see you in episode number 6 of this Madden 22 Playing Out series. See you in episode number 6. And eat a lot of bacon and go Buccaneers.